How's it going, guys? And welcome to, I guess you could call this the first episode of what I want to do with this channel. Obviously, because of the recent events, I know you get like demonetized if you say the name of the virus. But I mean, due to the recent events, it's given us a lot of time to kind of dip into stuff that we want to do. And I've been wanting to kind of post podcasts of my opinions of things that. The current events, that kind of thing. So I guess let's just dive straight into it. I guess the first thing, obviously, that stands out for me, I'm a sports lover, so specifically basketball. And obviously with the suspension of the league and the new players that have actually contracted the virus, things have been kind of weird. You're definitely not used to being away from something like this. We definitely thought it was going to blow over sooner than later, but I mean, here we are, right? And there was recent news that a few Lakers players actually contracted it, and they didn't name the players. You don't really want to say, oh, we hope it's not LeBron, we hope it's not AD, but at the same time, like, you don't really want it on one player more than another player. If one player gets it, it sucks for the whole team. But I mean, like, that's definitely got to be, a hit to the team, whoever contracted it, because I think they played Brooklyn before the suspension, and as we all know, a few Brooklyn players actually contracted it, which is crazy. So, the pace that it's spreading through the league is pretty wild, to be honest. But at the same time, that kind of leads into kind of like my second point of this is, like, we really have to stay calm through the whole thing. I was recently, funny enough, I was just having a conversation with a few friends, and we were kind of, striking the difference between staying calm and staying lackadaisical. So, like, for me, I'm a pretty calm dude. Things don't really get to me that much, but this is a serious situation. So obviously, people want to take the precautions of washing their hands, sanitizing, all that kind of stuff, being precautious of your surroundings. But at the same time, like, I don't want things to get to the point where we kind of lose focus or lose sanity because we're, too wrapped up in what's going on. Again, like, I'm not saying the situation isn't serious. It's very, very serious, and we should take it seriously. But at the same time, staying calm and staying lackadaisical are two different things. We definitely need to, stay in tune with our surroundings, really enjoy the time that we have off. It sucks because, a lot of us are missing work. Some people are stuck at home, literally no income streams, nothing to really do. And it's tough, but, we got to keep our heads up and just kind of keep it moving. That said, take the time to, chill with your family, chill with the immediate people around you. I think this is, I don't want to call it a blessing, but it's something that you can look on the bright side of and, take the time to reach out to the people that are closest to you, reconnect with those relationships that you maybe were neglecting before, the whole craziness of this virus. Another thing this kind of leads into is, how it affects small businesses. And, aside from, my main aspirations, I do own a small business, and just observing what it's done to, local businesses, it really does suck. Before things kind of got a little bit more heated and businesses were closing down, I'd chat to a few business owners and just kind of get an idea of how things were going for them. And, a lot of them were having 1-2 customers per day, $50 days, under $100 days, which, for medium to large size restaurants, that's absolutely nothing compared to, how much you have to pay for your rent, your materials, all the things that go into running your business. And, it really sucks. So, that said, like, do your best to support your local businesses, go online, shop, it's, again, like, I don't want people to fall into the idea of absolute zero contact with the outside world. because these businesses, like, they really do rely on their community coming together and supporting them. So I mean, like, for sure, like I said, take the precautions of, if you were going to take delivery of some food, maybe request a non-contact delivery, something like that. But I mean, yeah, like it's super crazy for local businesses. But just like I said, do your best to reach out, order online, that kind of stuff, and support your community. This also kind of leads into something else. Like, I think with all the time that this has given us, this I guess first episode podcast is testament to that, of just making the most of your time, especially now that we have ample amounts of time to kind of do stuff. There's a lot of like high school students that I've talked to, and because of the like premature school closings, these guys have like almost 7 months of nothing to do, and it's easy to kind of sit down and say and fold your arms and maybe game all day or do whatever. But I think this is a good opportunity to kind of hone in on stuff that you've wanted to do for the longest time, but maybe just didn't have the time to do. So, whether it's, if you're a writer, if you're a gamer and you wanted to start your channel, if you want to start an online business, obviously that's kind of tough right now, and I don't know how many sales you'd get, but I mean, you get the picture. It's just really taking the opportunity to hone in on some skills that you've wanted to attend to, but you just didn't have the time. So, ample amounts of time for us to kind of focus on what we want to do now. It's funny because speaking of like business, and I feel like this situation really brought out the worst in some people. There was this story of these brothers that apparently they went out around to different grocery stores, and they stocked up on hand sanitizers, and they tried to sell it back to people for who knows how much, double, triple the price of like what you'd find inside a grocery store, and it's just insane. But I did see a post that they're not allowed to return the hand sanitizers, and they had to actually donate a bunch of the stock that they bought from all these grocery stores. So I mean, but it's just so scummy and so lame that some people would really take advantage of these weird situations where people are desperate. People want to keep clean, people want to keep sanitized, and it's super lame that guys would go out there and really do this kind of stuff. But whatever. Moving on to something, I guess, more lighthearted. I'm a huge anime guy, and recently, so my friend, he actually put me on to the Castlevania anime, and what's so crazy is I slept on this anime for so long. I don't even, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like the first season came out, 2017 or something like that. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comment section. I'm not really sure. But I jumped on this thing and I binged, obviously, because we have so much time now. I binged the 3 seasons within 2 days or something. The first season doesn't really have that many episodes. I think it's 4 episodes. The second season is about 8. And the third, I think, is 10, something like that. But man, this anime is nuts. Probably, I'm not quick to say one of my favorite, because I don't know, I have kind of my own kind of set in stone favorite anime. But honestly, this thing, amazing. The story, the character development, everything is super crazy. And call me a weeb, but I'm someone that's more accustomed to watching anime in Japanese and then having the English subs. Yes, I can be a weeb. You can call me a weeb. I don't care. But the third season, because so this anime is actually a Western anime, which I didn't know until I kind of dug deeper. But the third season, you can't actually even watch it in Japanese. But I mean, the English voice actors are actually really, really good. So I do commend the team that kind of put that anime together. They did a very good job in selecting their voice actors and everything. So that was pretty awesome. Because usually, I don't know, English dubbed animes, they're usually kind of corny. I don't like the voice acting. I think they it just sounds weird. It sounds really off. But no, this was a really awesome anime. I really enjoyed it. Kind of what I'm watching right now, there's to be honest, this past season wasn't really that great for me. I am still watching Somali and the Forest Spirit. That's a pretty dope anime. I really, really enjoy that. And then I was just kind of on YouTube recently, just kind of looking around for what people are watching. And I saw this one YouTuber recommend Dorohedoro, and not bad. It's not too bad so far. It's a really weird anime. Not sure how to describe it. It's like the kind of like it's like darker, but has elements of comedy mixed in with it. You guys can go check out a trailer of it. It's interesting. I'm on episode 3 right now. I think it goes up to episode 10 so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. If you have any recommended anime, put it inside the comment section. And yeah, the last thing I kind of want to talk about in terms of this like anime gaming, this is actually a really funny thing. I jumped on the Legend of Zelda bandwagon very, 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 very late. And as of late, I've just been so into like the Legend of Zelda like universe. And with that announcement of Breath of the Wild 2 coming out, I don't know when it's going to be released, but just a lot of information that's been coming out about it. I've been really getting into it. And honestly, I mean, it goes without saying, it's just such an obvious statement, but man, this franchise is amazing. And the music in this franchise is fantastic. Like, I literally find myself just listening to the different Legend of Zelda soundtracks, and they're absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, I'm sure most people who are listening to this, who are actually heavy gamers, they're probably into the Legend of Zelda. If you're not, definitely go pick it up and check it out. But yeah, the music, amazing. That's really all I have for today's episode. Again, keep your head up, keep doing what you do. Take the opportunity to learn new things in this time of uncertainty, and things will be okay. But yeah, thanks for listening, and I'll check you later. Peace.